Hello everybody, welcome to the Mirada blog YouTube channel. I'm Tony Aiello. And tonight's topic, we're going to talk about the Great Fire, the Great Standard Oil Farm Fire of 1969. And I want to show you this photograph that I purchased recently. And I personally don't remember it. I was 6 years old. But I'd love to hear or see some of your comments about if you do remember this fire. On December, somebody help me out here, February 28th, 1969. And, you know, La Mirada's had a few oil farms over the years, and actually most of them have very small remnants around the city that still remain. But one of the oil farms they had, other than the one on Trojan Way, which was called Lamont Avenue back then, and I think there was also, the one I'm referring to is the one that was along Beach Boulevard. I think there might have been a third in La Mirada, other than the one in Santa Fe Springs over there by Marquardt. But anyway, if you remember back in the day along Beach Boulevard, before the Hillsborough homes were put in, starting in the 1980s, that was all the Standard Oil Farm property. And the area pretty much goes, somebody help me out here, the area pretty much goes from what, just south of Dulles, so what is that, Summershade, and then extends down to Alicante to the south, and then to the east over to Beach Boulevard, like I mentioned, and to the north to the La Habra city limit line, which is just south of Imperial. So that whole area used to be the Standard Oil Farm, you know, where they stored oil, and I don't know how much drilling went on in that particular section, but we all remember the big oil tanks there growing up. Anyways, check this out. Just purchased it. This is actually, it's supposed to be the real United Press International photo. And I want to check this out. I'm going to read this to you, what it says here. La Mirada, California, firemen battle fire in a huge 14,000-barrel Standard Oil Company tank here on February 28th. The fire started when the tank exploded, spewing out flaming rivers, threatening two other large tanks. A fire department spokesman said the fire was expected to burn for at least 12 hours before it could be extinguished. And doing some research, one of the places I read about this fire is in actually a book that I helped put together, Reflections from McNally's Mirror, and in one of the pages there. Apparently, if anyone can verify this, as we are at the 2:30 mark here, and we're going to be going 5 minutes here on this special little episode. If anybody out there can tell me, let me know if they remember this, but apparently it was started by a bunch of kids. So I'm going to, and there's a reason why I'm holding this down to you, for you, or not. Let me explain what I'm doing here. I'm being real careful now with scanning photos and putting them on. But I think, I think you can still get this out there somewhere. But I think this might be the original, the one of one, but who knows. But if you look on the back, please credit United Press International. So I also should mention that these photographs are being used for collectibles items only. Sorry, for a collectible item only, and we are not conveying or transferring copyright for republication or reproduction reasons. So, want to get that disclaimer out there. I'm really careful now about making sure people get a proper accreditation, artists get proper accreditation, illustrators, and anything that goes up on the La Mirada blog. If you remember, we started, posting a lot of these photos like 10 years ago. In fact, I've seen La Mirada blog photos out there without proper accreditation. And so, accreditation, I'm having trouble saying that, aren't I? So you get my jest. But anyways, I guess a bunch of kids started this. Anybody know about this? February 28th, 1969, just south of Dulles Elementary School. This big fire in one of the tanks on the Standard Oil Farm in La Mirada, California. We'd love to hear if you experienced this, if you remember this at all, as we're kind of messing up here in the focus. I'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. So there you go. I'm going to add this to my collection, my La Mirada collection that I've been putting together over the years. I'm very proud of this new find. Hope you guys like it. And I'd love to hear about what you experienced, or if you remember the Great Standard Oil Farm, February 28th, 1969 in La Mirada. Until next time, I'm Tony Aiello. Goodbye, everybody.